Hi, Tracy. I am going to talk to you. Thank you for the Loom video. And I hope this is going to be helpful. Jennifer Swain, Jennifer Swain, the executive director of nonprofit and Atlanta-based organization working to serve at-risk youth. I met Coach Tracy in 2018 through a leadership program under the Georgia Center for Nonprofits. And as a new executive director, I wanted to not only align myself with other nonprofit executives, but I wanted to get some tools in my toolbox. Tracy was one of the facilitators, and on day one, I walked into the program, I set up my laptop, and I was going to listen in to what I thought was going to be another traditional empowerment executive workshop. And Coach Tracy looked dead at me and said, what you put into this workshop is going to be what you get out of it. That was my introduction to Coach Tracy. I quickly closed the laptop and I focused in. I'm always up for a challenge. And before the end of that program, I knew that I wanted to stay connected to her. And after it was over, I signed up with individual sessions with her under MView Solutions. Before I started working with Coach Tracy, I don't think I clearly understood what my areas of growth were as a nonprofit executive director. It was my first time being in ED, and the agency was in transition, and I didn't really know what I was good at, and I didn't know what I wanted to grow in. Those individual coaching sessions with her began to unlock the door for me. One of the biggest challenges I had was recognizing that at home personal gen is definitely different than work gen. I kept the two separate in my mind. One of the very first things that Coach Tracy began to help me on was making sure that I understood that in order for me to be a successful executive director, I had to understand that the boss and leader and powerful woman was inside of me. And that was something I had to master first. And the executive director became second. I mean, what a concept. It was so hard for me to recognize that these things work together. Being able to have coaching one-on-one with you every other week allowed me to not only discuss real life challenges that I was having in the organization at the time, but it allowed me to walk away with concrete resources and tools I could use to navigate the problem. One of the things that I can say after having had executive coaching with her over 4 years is that I now can look back at day one and recognize I've grown so much, but not just as an executive director, as a woman, as a Black woman, as a fearless leader. I've better understood my capabilities than ever before. I think one of the biggest results that I've seen out of coaching with you, Tracy, is being able to not only use the resources that you give me, but now I'm able to pass that information on to my team. I laughed so many times when I find myself quoting what you've said to me and being able to share that with my team. But that lets me know that I am applying what you've worked with me on, and it's a part of my natural leadership abilities now. I think that in my role, most notably my board of directors, as well as my ever-changing services team, they recognize the growth in me. Being vulnerable was very hard when the world tells you as an executive director that you must always be the octopus and you holding on to 8 to 10 things at one time. Sometimes you don't understand the pressure, but having someone like Coach Tracy really helps you understand that she gets it. She has experience in nonprofit. She has experience in running businesses. And if you run your nonprofit like a business, you will be successful. So Tracy gives you the experience from not only her technical expertise as a coach, but she gives you from her own life journey as well. One thing that I've recognized is that every time I think I get to the next level, she helps me shatter that roof and go again. I always have thought that I was chasing. And if someone could just give me the list, give me the top 10 things I needed to learn, is that I would learn it, I would read it, and I would practice it. And then I'd be successful. Coach Tracy and her model allows me to realize that it's an ever-changing journey. And every time I get to the next level in life, if I want to keep going, there will always be more for me. One of the things I think that caused a shift for me is truly understanding that I, Jennifer, as the woman that I am, is directly connected to how I'm going to see my success as an executive director. Putting me first, understanding how and who I am, is what will absolutely help me in my journey. And that's what it's done. I think one of the things I like most about working with Coach Tracy is her no nonsense approach. She is a bold personality. I have a bold personality. I need someone to give it to me straight. I need someone to have that difficult, tough conversation with me when I need to hear it. I need to be challenged. But I also need someone to give me the space to be vulnerable and understanding when you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. And Tracy gave me just that. I need someone to match my energy, and she definitely does that every day, every session. I would recommend it if anyone's interested in coaching, Interview Solutions, and Tracy is where it's at. Because once you're connected to her network, once you're in her circle, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And if you really want to level up, if you really want to understand, it's not going to be an easy journey. But I would say buckle up and get ready for the ride, because it is indeed one of the most fruitful partnerships, one of the most fruitful journeys that I have ever experienced. If nothing else with Coach Tracy, you get a friend, you get an executive coach, you get a motivator, you get a therapist, you get an accountability partner. If you're really looking forward to going there and doing the work, this is where you want to be. If you're not ready yet, don't waste the time. I hope this has been helpful.